intros. So. Oh, wow. We got a bunch of people talking in our comments here.
Because
What's up, everyone? Welcome out to the Stud Buds.
Woo!
Hey. Let's see how many people respond quickly. I'm waiting for the comments. I came for the stream. Scales for the love. Thank you so much. We're going to get going here in just a second.
Mm-hmm. I'll shout it out on my Discord server.
Okay, I did.
Yep.
Hey, Zane. Yeah. Can you get headphones?
Yeah, buddy, please.
Can I what? Can you get headphones?
We're hearing echoes.
I love you.
All right.
We all just looked at him for a second and we're like, should we tell him? We all had that thought. Don't lie.
Yeah.
No, you're not wrong. I'm gonna wait for him to put in his headphones.
Zane, wow, I can't believe. Oh,
Zane,
he's back.
how dare you? How dare you screw this up? No. This is my only chance to be famous. No. Oh, now he's talking to someone. He can't even give us his full attention, people. Do you see?
It's not connected.
This is more entertaining than the rest of the stream already.
Yeah.
Matt's frozen. Oh, this is already true. A great start.
Wait, he's probably just staring. And he's about to go boo.
How much more can I make fun of Zane? Let's see. What up? Oh my gosh, we have 10 people in the chat. Thank you so much. I see Parker 104. What's up? Ben the Brick Builder. Howdy, howdy, howdy.
Howdy.
Samuel Raffle. Xavier.
He's back.
I'm back. I don't know what happened.
Commander Cody 81. Mr. Emu. What's up, everyone? Welcome out to the chat. Today is another episode of the Stud Buds. So below me right now is the one, the only Matt Melish.
Hello. Hello there.
My favorite. I don't know why we're just going with that one. On the bottom right, you have
your favorite nothing.
Yeah, I don't know. My favorite drop tester, which we need to talk about. No. On the bottom right, it is the one, the bearded, the man with the beard, because every good live stream has to have a man with a good beard on it.
And I make
Block
sure to bring
Studio.
mine every time.
Exactly. Block Studios, who is trying to get his headphones set up.
I'm sorry. Okay, so
what?
Keep going. I'll tell you.
Okay. And last of all, he is my child to the my Mandalorian. He is my favorite. Huh? What? Whoa.
Whoops.
We'll talk about that later.
Who dat?
It is the real Lego Man Productions, my favorite mock builder. So thank you guys. Another episode of Stud Buds. We made it. Somehow we actually got on the air tonight, but we're here. Wow, we have 15 people. Thank you guys so much for coming out. So how's this going to go down?
Oh no,
we're going to talk about Lego and Star Wars and everything between. We try to make it fun. We try to make it light. We try to make it interesting. At the end of the stream, we will do a spoiler warning and then talk and get into Mandalorian. So if you want to talk Mandalorian with us, please wait until the end so that we can talk about some other things first and then get into that portion of it. So first starting off, what have you guys been doing in the Lego world or getting and building with Lego? What's up? Let's start with you, Ethan.
I haven't really done much. I mean, I kind of finished a mark, but I think I already showed it last week. I don't remember.
I think
you did.
Yeah. What did I do?
But show it again. Show it again, though. Don't.
This week flew by like that.
Guys, I was live up to 1 minute to starting, and I just kept telling everyone to come follow you on YouTube and come join this. So
thank you, Zane. Thank you, Matt. Guys, I'm going to please throw this out there. If you're not subscribed to me, please subscribe. I'm at 93. My goal is to get to 100 before the end of the year. And thanks to everyone who's been shouting me out.
Tonight.
Yeah, let's do it tonight. Let's go. We got 94 people right now. So thank you to all my new subscribers. I post animations and a bunch of different stuff throughout the week. And I have the podcast here sometimes. So Also, Bricksmith's in the chat. I see how it is. You finally subscribed to me now. Now that I have my own live stream. So what's up with that? No. I love you, brother. So Zane, looks like you got some pretty cool finds there at the Lego store with you today.
Can he hear us?
I don't know.
Hello there.
I can hear you. I can hear you.
What have you been doing Lego wise? I see you got some new sets there.
Lego wise, I am doing the Death Star right here. I've been working on it. I haven't been home in 3 days, so I haven't really moved forward much. But I also have this, and my wife says I can't have it till Christmas. But she hasn't wrapped it yet, so I was able to put it here.
Yay!
But I'm excited. I don't know. Do you guys we talked about this. None of you have seen Ghostbusters, right?
I remember the Marshmallow Man.
Yeah, I've
We're not
seen
talking
clips
about
of it.
Marshmallow.
I've seen, what was it? I think I saw, because I used to watch CinemaSins a lot back in the day. So I've watched a lot of movies because of CinemaSins, but I've never actually watched the full movie.
So, that's a joke. This, it looks cool. I'm excited for it because I absolutely love Ghostbusters, right up there with Star Wars. But they're coming out with another Ghostbusters movies 20 years after the initial Ghostbusters. And
Right.
that's what this is from. It's the original car, but now it has all these rust spots all over it because it's been aged and been sitting in a garage and stuff like that. So I'm not a big fan of that part, but other than that, it's exactly the same as the original. So I love it. It's 2,352 pieces, which I like. I like that it's a car made out of Legos. It's not the Technic cars.
Yeah.
It's just an entire car made out of Legos. So
yeah,
I like it. I'm excited.
I can understand that.
Yeah.
And Matt, I know you. Anything new on your end? Besides you lagging out? I mean, that's not really new.
Yeah. It's usually me.
True.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Can you hear me? Can you hear me now?
We can't hear you that well. Uh-oh.
That was too well done.
Well, he's so used to
Anywho, so I went to the Lego store over Black Friday, and there was something that I got, but I will not be revealing it tonight. I did pick up while I was there for free this guy.
Ooh.
Came with it, and
Uh-oh, we just lost everyone.
I'm still here.
anything too. We just lost Brad. Brad, I think it's
Boy,
you.
what?
It's you
Whoa,
who's
what?
running the stream.
Oh, you know what it is? I think we have some people over, and they probably are affecting my internet. So, I'm sorry about that. I'll try to fix it.
You're fine.
You better
You're fine.
fix it.
Do what you gotta do. This is the Lego store exclusive on Black Friday only. I think it was at least. But you had to get it in the store. In the store only. And I already have a larger Christmas tree, but it doesn't have the little star thing. So it's kind of cool to get that. But that's why I didn't buy it online. But you had to spend a certain amount to get all this stuff, which I did. I'm not revealing what it is tonight. You gotta check out my YouTube channel to figure it out. The video will be coming out either tomorrow or the next day. Also,
Sweet.
I built this tree because I was working on
really
how to get better at foliage. And
Trees are super hard. I mean,
yeah, and I'd never done anything too crazy with botanical stuff, so slowly getting better.
I think it looks perfect. I mean, I love it.
Thanks, bro. Appreciate that, especially coming from you.
It's awesome.
Dude, Jude, what's up? All right, I'm gonna quickly read. I've been reading the chat, but I've been letting everyone go through. Parker says Ethan is awesome and has spammed a bunch of times.
I put it in my Discord server. Everyone type Ethan is awesome.
What up, Zach, Lego Maniac? I saw a bunch of other things. Hello to everyone. We have 17 people watching right now, so that is truly amazing.
We gotta give a shout out to Julian. Julian texted me and he said that he can see me and I can see him. I just want him to know that I'm always watching you, Father. I love my dad. Thank you. All right, out to Julian. So Julian, sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead. Go, you talk.
Okay,
you talk.
so Beyond the Brick did their 24-hour live stream last night, I don't know if any of you guys went and watched it or not.
I didn't have the chance.
Heard about it, but couldn't make it.
Okay, so Canadian Papa Bear, Julian, all them joined in, and I texted Julian while I was watching because I put it actually up on the TV at my family's house, so everyone had to watch it. And I texted Julian. I was like, "I see you," and he said on the TV, "He's like, I gotta give a shout out to my son Zane." Oh, it was great. I was like, "Your son? What?"
Hey, you both have beards. It runs
Um,
in the family.
wasn't that a joke that we started on? I think it was either his podcast or Jason's.
Yep.
Yep.
It's a running joke now.
Yes.
Where's it
Julian,
running to?
My wife took these little barrels,
I'm
trash
back.
cans off the Death Star, and I don't know where they go.
Well, you got an instruction manual, but you better calm her down. This is
Julian-
G-rated content.
we are live podcast right now.
Julian, I saw your text and I made you a mod. I also made I don't want touch mod. So thank you guys. Since you guys usually mod for me. So
Awesome.
speaking of Lego, I picked up this on Black Friday. This was $15, usually a $20 set. Someone told me I needed a food truck in my city, and I saw this when I was giving myself a $50 budget, and I was like, you know what, this is gonna be really cool. I'll add in the little skate park thing with it too, and I get another dog. So I was really excited to pick up that. And then all the Star Wars sets I really wanted were either sold out or they didn't have them, and I was really sad. And also, like, there's all these like city $10 sets that were just gone, and I was really sad about it. I picked up this for only $20, which is usually $40. So
Harry Potter.
I wanted the Quidditch pitch to go with the rest of my Hogwarts castle. So
Half off, nice.
yeah, that was
That's great.
Yeah, I like.
holy crap, guys! We got 20 people watching right now.
20.
Can we just say thank you to all of you guys? We only started this last week, and we got so many people that are coming in. We're gonna be trying to do this every week. It's gonna rotate channels, so that everyone can have it on their different channel. But we're going to kind of do the same thing. We're going to have guests on. We got some people that we've been wanting to talk to get on here. And so we're really excited to see where this goes. And we're going to talk about Mandalorian again at the end of it. So if you want to talk about Mandalorian, stay till then. And that way the people who don't want it spoiled for them can leave before then. We'll give a big spoiler warning before then. So.
Hey, Gramps, what are you doing over there?
I see he can't even give us his full attention. He's just gonna play video games the whole time.
It's in my own background. I can see it.
He's playing Connect. He's actually playing Connect Xbox.
It's just dance, guys. Like you don't want to see these moves. Like don't even shit. Oh, I do have one thing that I have recently figured out today. So I am actually streaming from my phone, but it is throwing it to my computer. So I did my live TikTok today on my phone, but I had it set up behind me so I could see the build I was doing, but I was able to throw it to my computer. I don't know if you guys have done that yet, but it is a lifesaver. Because with it being bigger, I can have it like not so close to me, so I can have everything spread out right here, and I can still see the comments and read them a lot better and a lot faster with it being streamed up onto the computer screen.
That's epic. I wish I knew how to do that.
Hey! It's super easy. You go to a website, you download the thing, and then do you have an iPhone?
No.
Yes, but I have a Mac.
Actually, you can definitely do it just with a Mac.
Oh, beautiful.
I can share are you on my Discord?
Probably not, honestly. I don't use Discord. I'm gonna be frank.
Okay. I'll just text it to you, or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's super easy. You click the link that I send you, and it pulls up the page. You just hit download. Boom.
Interesting.
There it is. And
beautiful.
All you do is on your phone, you drop it down and click stream or screen share or whatever it might be on your phone. And if you're connected to the same Wi-Fi, your computer and the whatever.
That would be very helpful. Very helpful.
It is amazing. Takes 10 seconds.
You hear that, everybody?
Yep.
Beautiful.
Before we start losing followers, we aren't talking about Lego. I have something that so there was something I saw, and I'm not, for the record, I'm not going after people who do this. I just want to know your guys' thoughts on it. So I don't know if you guys have seen the people who do Lego custom minifigures, except they put clay onto the figures and stuff, to mold them. So like they'll make the Mandalorian, but make it the chest plates come out and stuff like that. And they'll like really make them more blocky, I guess you'd say. Like they're just a bit thicker, and but they're like a lot more detailed and carved and painted into them. So I want to know what your guys' thoughts are on minifigures done, custom minifigures done like that.
I think they're cool.
they're
I would
cool.
rather get like printing, like I like Clone Army Customs. Kind of expensive though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm kind of in the same boat. For me, I've never been a big fan of custom Lego stuff from third-party people.
Yeah.
I'd rather it be official Lego in a set and get it that way. There are certain things that I can understand being customs, things that Lego would never make. World War II customs, because Lego officially said that they would never do any military sets from the real world. Yeah, which is kind of a bummer, but it is what it is. I think that that's perfectly fine. There are certain, even Star Wars characters that they would never make minifigures of, likely, and it would be pretty cool to get a custom of it, but it's just not my favorite. I like the weapons, though.
Yeah,
like Brick Arms. Brick Arms is pretty cool.
I have some of those. I do really enjoy those. So my problem, I've always, like, they look cool, but I've always had a problem with them because, like, I don't mind it when it's like it's a regular minifigure and it still looks like a minifigure, but they sort of don't look like minifigures after they're done. And it's like, it looks cool, but I'm just like, to me, that it's not Lego anymore. It doesn't look as much like Lego. It looks really cool. I'm not gonna lie, I have some really well done ones, but it's not my thing personally. I'm not a big fan of it because it's just like
it's a different art form, and I can appreciate it as that, but it's something that I don't personally want. I think Ross over at MGF Customs, he does an amazing job, but I would personally just never want those figures. That's just me, though.
Matt's
personal
kind of a
preference.
Lego purist, in my opinion, if I would say so. Which I agree with him, though. I agree with him.
I'm farther than like a Lego purist. I don't even put stickers on my sets, which a lot of you already know, but it's just, it ruins the build for me because if I ever wanted to build something, I didn't even think out of mind.
Have that on your, wait, even
no.
on this? Even on this?
Yeah. Nope.
So to start messing with Matt, every time he does a drop test, I'm gonna start putting stickers really badly on things.
Oh, please put them crooked as hell. Like have them so. Matt's anxiety just went through the roof.
No, I don't like stickers because eventually they peel off the sets. Here, I'll show you a really good example.
Hey, while he's looking, you guys are all awesome. Just so you know, I love working with you guys.
Yes.
Look at that. It peels off. I didn't put these on there, mind you. I bought this from a friend a while back, but they peel off and they get all grimy when they're old and crusty.
Just rinse it off.
Soap
and water. Dawn dish soap.
I don't want to then I feel bad that the sticker's going to be gone forever.
Yeah, I have a stack in my drawer of stickers because some sets I do put stickers, some sets I don't. Like the 501st Battle Pack, I didn't, but like a UCS with that little plaque that has all the information, I would put the sticker on that just because that's like the finished touch for that set. Just my opinion, though.
Sure.
See, I never really had a bad problem. Like a lot of my sets have all my sets have stickers on it, and actually a lot of them have stayed on, even though they're like 13-year-old sets. My problem is I had a friend who went through and pulled off the stickers off some of my sets.
Ooh.
And I was actually really
Doesn't sound like
pissed.
a friend to me.
Yeah, no, I was so pissed at him once I found that out because it was like to my Mars mission line, which was one of my favorites. So I was super upset about that. But like, I think if you're gonna have stickers on it, don't be a butt face and pull them off of someone else's. Like, let's not.
What?
Don't make me say it for you, Brad.
Yeah, don't be a Matt. No,
hey. No,
See,
but
I was really. There's been a couple videos recently. Like, I think the one you're reacting to Parker's video he made about you, and you just chucked the Millennium Falcon aside, and I was like, "What? No. You can't
like
just
how
casually look at the camera and be like, yeet." Like,
I had to include something else other than just my reaction. I mean,
true.
I wanted people to watch the video so that they actually saw Parker And if I'm just standing there, it's not going to be good enough for people to stay tuned for the whole video. They might get bored or something, even though he has amazing stuff that he's trying to show. So me yeeting the Falcon works. Brad stuck around for the full video, and he knows who Parker is. He probably knew who Parker was anyway.
Yeah,
but
I made the first reaction video to his stuff. Here,
beautiful. I didn't even catch that. Beautiful.
X, you'll watch
he
my
should
stuff.
get the love. He should get the love.
He does. He should. He really should. He is putting in good work out there. There's
So,
been a lot of like.
If you want to know what happened to the Falcon, I will tell you that I didn't have to put a single part back onto it.
Okay, good.
That's in my last live stream on TikTok. Someone said to grab my BD1 mock, and I was up there. And when I grabbed it, the head went flying. And I was like,
oh my
like,
god!
My reaction time. It still hasn't recovered fully, but the head was caught. So,
way to go, Ethan.
It's right there. It's just missing a foot. I can't find it.
He says hi.
Commander Cody, how are you? Thank you for coming from my TikTok live. Hello, we're glad you're here. Make sure you subscribe to Matt, Ethan, and Brad. Make sure you hit subscribe to all of them. They all deserve it. They do great content, way better than my content. I just dance around and do funny stuff. They actually do.
You don't dance around. I dance around.
Zane has of
it
his
wasn't a
sounds
literal term
recently.
for dancing. It was meant like I just make funny videos. Like
I know.
the way
I'm
I've been
joking.
doing it lately
I love
is
you.
I love you too, man. I sit and watch TikToks and find audios that I think are funny, the way people do it, and then I think of how I can create that my way. Like tomorrow, I'm actually putting out my first TikTok video with me and my wife. So I've been doing stuff with like me and her, like me doing her part and everything like that. Like I put a bow in my hair and like that. But you
look very cute.
Thank you. It was her idea. But stuff like that. Like I've been trying to incorporate Legos into these TikTok audios and everything like that I've been able to see. Like there's Despicable Me ones, there's Toy Story ones, there's all kinds of different cute, fun audio stuff that I think you guys should take the audio and see what you guys can do with it, because I'd like to see that.
I did a lot of stuff with that back in the day, and I need to go back to doing that stuff because that's the stuff I really did enjoy.
It's just fun.
Well, if you're using trending sounds, you're innately good to do your performance watch your video.
Yes.
Yeah, and you can be super creative with it and think outside the box, and that's how you get people hooked into watching the full video. There's your TikTok tip of the day.
By the way, to the chat, I will get to your guys' comments. I will try to throw up your guys' comments for us to talk about. But if we're in the middle of a discussion,
I'm gonna comment.
then I'm gonna wait until we're done with that discussion. Just to let you guys know. That is the reason I'm not always like pulling up everyone's stuff. I always wait till the end of discussion. Yes, Zane.
Teacher, I have a question.
Yes.
Okay, so Samuel Raphael is in the chats and he keeps saying my name because he just gave me 4 legendaries in my live stream.
That is awesome.
So I'm not bragging. I'm just saying I have never had that happen, and I kind of freaked out a little bit.
You should.
Way to go. Way to go.
Now,
that's awesome.
Well, so Ski Diddy Callum has given me 3 in total, and I happened to mention, someone asked about Callum, and Samuel heard it and decided he needed to beat all 3 and threw another one. And then Callum heard, and then Callum came in and threw one. And so now they have a competition going because they're both tied with each other.
Wow.
Donation war.
Donation war.
Let's go, guys. This is why you always support your favorite creators. It really does push us to make better content and want us to make more content and all of the above.
And I'm not saying this to brag or anything like that. I'm saying it because Samuel, Raphael, I really do appreciate it, and I told him that I'd tell you guys about it, and so I was super grateful. I've never had that happen, so I just wanted to share that with him and you guys. So Matt, I know Matt and Ethan and Brad, I know you guys get that stuff all the time. You know, you guys don't even know what to do with it. So
I don't get donation. I get donations, but I've never I think I've gotten 1 legendary. But that's
okay, Brad, go live right now. I will send you one as we sit. Don't worry.
I'll do it afterwards. I'll do it afterwards.
There are some people that are random that I've never seen in my stream before who just show up sometimes and slap down some cash. And I'm like, whoa. Yeah. Thank you. Holy cow.
Yeah.
See, Brad, dude, I when I met Matt, actually the first time I actually got Matt to talk to me or notice me, you know what I did? I think I spent like $50 in gifts.
Oh,
She didn't hear that, but I did. I just kept throwing him like
I
every
would have
couple
talked
days.
to you anyway.
So, well, I didn't do it for that. I just loved your content, so I kept doing that. And you finally said, well, every time you said my name, but then I messaged you about the Falcon, and then that's what started my conversations with you. So,
Yeah.
Brad, I got to give you and Ethan props because you guys made it here without having to bribe somebody. I had to bribe Matt, so
I don't know how I
No,
got
you
here.
didn't.
I still don't know why Jason hit, because Jason hit me up, and then after that, I just found everyone else. Like, he seriously just like asked me one day. He's like, "Hey, you want to be on live stream?" And I was like, "Sure." I don't know. I was so nervous going into that first one though.
hey, I just guys, I don't know.
No,
I've had kind of a hard time this last week. I went live, and multiple times throughout my lives, people have been telling me to kill myself and stuff like that, which happens. There's haters out there, but I want you guys to know how much I appreciate you and being so open and welcoming and kind and everything. And then the fans, for me, for you guys, for everything. This Lego stuff is a life changer.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
for me too. Yes.
People see it as toys. They say hateful things like that. But the friends you make, the world you can make out of Legos, just lose yourself in your imagination. It's amazing. So I wanted to personally thank all of you, the fans, and Matt and Brad, Isaac, and Ethan. Thank you guys for supporting me and being great to me. So thank you.
Of course. No, dude, it's if you're doing something right, and I said it in your stream when I heard that you're getting so much hate, when you're doing something right, people will always come back and throw stuff in your face. They will hate you and judge you for everything that you do, no matter what it is. But especially when you're doing something right, that's when you get people coming around and saying things that are out of this world.
Yeah.
In a bad way. Zane is king. Hate is gonna hate.
Hate is gonna hate. It's true, guys. It happens.
Anywho.
Let me move this.
Yeah, and it's been really weird because I put out, like, I feel like I've been getting a little bit, like, it's not strong hate, but it's more hate than usual. Like, I put out my Star Wars video recently, just like kind of talking about my Star Wars preferences, and there was a bunch of people who came after me for what I liked about Star Wars, and I'm just like, was that needed? Like, but yeah, speaking of hate, though, we're going to go into one of our other topics today, about the new police, what is it called? The police precinct
Station?
set? So yeah, the new police. So if you don't know,
precinct, whatever it's called.
Yeah, there's a new Lego set coming out. I think it's part of the creator line.
You sure you want to get me started on this?
True. We'll
broad.
Discuss. Yes, we're gonna be very broad about this.
Okay. My very broad statement on this is.
Wait. Let me explain what's going on here.
Okay. Sorry. Go ahead.
Context matters.
Big backlash towards Lego for putting out a Lego police precinct set, which if you look at that, it's very actually a nice looking set. Like, it's a lot of fun. Looks like there's some really cool features. Like, there's a donut shop as part of it, which I think is absolutely hilarious. Like, I am totally down for that. And like what but there's been a lot of hate towards Lego just for them putting out this Lego set. Now, if you don't know, also during the beginning of the year, Lego actually took away from putting money into new Lego police sets to actually
the police.
Sort of, yeah. They put that money towards a bunch of different charities and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So, but now there's all this backlash towards Lego, which, in my opinion, is very. What is going on? Like, you're hating on a kid's toy. Because I'm pretty sure when I talked to some people about this, they talked about the same people who are trying to cancel Paw Patrol, a kids show.
They did cancel it.
They did? Oh, okay. So
and they canceled Live PD and all kinds of police shows.
So it's like, what is going on here that we're having people, like, it's a kid's toy. It's not doing harm against anyone. It's actually not showing hate towards anyone in the set itself. It's actually a very nice set. Like, it's very fun, but people want to cancel it just because it has some figures in it. Like, so I don't know. It's
as a Lego fan, I think that personally it's a beautiful looking set.
Yes.
And ultimately, this is a toy, or something, a nice model to put on your shelf for an adult like someone like us who still appreciate building with these plastic bricks without getting too hyper political. Don't hate with hate. Hatred doesn't equal hatred. So if you're complaining that police are hateful individuals and you're hating them as much as you claim that they hate you, just be careful, because it'll come and bite you in the butt. Hatred does not equal hatred. That is my overall grand scheme of it.
And I think we also talk about this a lot in the Lego community. Like, it's because if you guys don't know, my strongest thing is to help people with anxiety, depression, and people who are going through hard times and want to take their own lives, because it is it's a topic that's very personal to me, because it's stuff I dealt with so much when I was a kid, just for loving Lego, just for loving kids' toys. And so I really want to help show people it's okay to be who you are and, enjoy the things you enjoy. But I don't approve of things like when we get Lego TikTok and stuff where people just like smash other people like so hard in comments and stuff like that. Like they just start a comment war for no reason. And it's like, okay, if you're going to get hate, you got to respond with love and stuff like that. Or else it's just going to rebound right back at. It's just going to start more of a cycle of hate. And it's like an example I can think of, and this is not. So there's a kid on TikTok who gets a lot of hate because he does knife reviews. And I have no problem with his content. Besides the fact that every time someone throws hate at him, he just storms back with more hate. And it's like, that's not going to help anyone right there in that situation, because all it's just going to do is bring those people right back around and just start a cycle of more hate. So with sets like this coming out, bring it back to that. If you're just going to start all this hate, it's just going to make the situation worse. You really got to respond with love, or else nothing's going to change. So,
yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Zane, what do you want to say?
Okay, so I'm about to get very deep and very personal. Okay. So I actually have been in jail. I was locked up for 3 months. Okay. I had some very personal stuff happen, and I was in some trouble. I proved my innocence, stuff like that. I have been on the very bad side of the police. Okay. But at the end of every day, they're the ones out there every day. They're patrolling the streets. They're keeping my family safe as best as they can. And I support them 100%. Even though I made a mistake and I got in trouble, I still support them. And my mother was a officer. Some friends of ours are corrections officers, stuff like that. And the way I see it is in construction, like I do, if I catch someone doing drugs or I catch someone drinking on the job, something like that, they get fired and removed immediately. We do something about that. Okay? I should not lose my job and be hated as a construction worker because somebody does that. Because and I do construction, I do get that. People think that I'm just a dirty construction worker. I go in and I like my wife. I bought her a Louis Vuitton purse the other day. I go in dirty and filthy, and people look at me like, hey, he shouldn't be here, and they start judging. So, because there is some negative things that have happened with officers, there is negative things that happen with anything in this world. Yeah. I don't think everybody should be blamed for that one person's mistake or the handful of people. It happens in any industry. Fast food, construction, politicians, police. Not everybody is a bad person.
Yeah.
That's my thing. And like I said, I've been on the very bad side of it, and I still support the cops and the police. And people just hate to hate. We talked about this last stream. People just jump in this bandwagon to hate because everybody else is hating them. Okay, there was some wrong stuff that happened. That needed to be addressed. I agree. Things needed to be done about it. Yes, let's do something about this. But do I think that I need to get rid of the protection that my family has? This because what's going to happen if I call 911 and we defund the police? They're going to tell me they'll send a therapist to help talk the person out from robbing me and killing my family? No, they're not going to. And I'm not going to let that happen.
Yeah.
So I get very personal when it comes to the police. Politics, I don't care. They can do all that stuff. But cops, I'm sorry. But I support them. I do. So, sorry. That's my spill.
Yeah.
Thank you for being personal.
Yes.
That matters.
And always remind us, guys. Yeah.
it adds context to.
Yes.
Like people always seem to assume that you've never been harassed by the police. You've never been taken from your family. Well, I have. I was 17 and I was drugged out of my house and had my little sister who was 5 years old, my little brother who was 6, watch me get dragged out of the house, and I still support them.
Yeah.
I've been on.
And that's
both
also
sides.
a story. That's also an important story about how people can change and how, just because you make one bad decision in life doesn't mean that you should be judged for it or that it affects you forever. Everything is temporary.
The one bad
Learn to
decision does
forget.
not define who you are.
Exactly.
I dropped a Lego.
And now he builds Lego.
Hey, I haven't stopped, guys.
True.
Defund
Bringing
the
it back
Legos.
to Lego, though.
Sorry,
Yeah.
yeah, I will.
Oh
get
no,
off my
yeah, you
soapbox.
guys, you're good. I just want to remind everyone in our chat, like we don't usually get political. We like to stay away from that. But sometimes, like there are issues that, like it's just hate in general. That's what we like.
It crosses over into
Yeah.
when it crosses over into our community.
Yeah.
That's when it becomes
Yeah.
relevant.
And you can tell the
big-
guy just wanted attention,
Yeah,
Probably.
course.
I don't know.
Didn't he take his post down?
I think he did because I didn't see it anymore.
I
So
actually commented on it. I couldn't hold my tongue.
yeah, but like we talk more about hate and how much that affects people because we've seen it ruin communities before.
Yeah.
And that's something I definitely think we've jumped on a bunch of
Like-
times. Be like, look, love each other. There is so much love out in this world, so much hate out in this world. Why not bring some love into it? So we always try to make sure that, we're showing our love to you guys and everything. Like, it's the reason we're doing this stream is because of how much we love you guys and love each other that we want to like do stuff together and put out content for you guys. Like,
Yeah.
that's the big thing of it too. So,
Like with Star Wars fans. Oh, some Star Wars, a lot of Star Wars people do like.
oh my gosh.
People that hate Star Wars the most is Star Wars fans.
That's no joke. Star Wars fans are the most critical of Star Wars stuff.
But at the end of the day, I think what people miss is being someone who's been in the Star Wars community for a very long time and who knows a lot of different people and understands I guess how it works. People want to debate things in Star Wars, and we enjoy doing that. And at the end of the day, you can't let your feelings get hurt because of it. You can't let your perspective be so closely attached to your heart that if I say something and I disagree with you about a character or a plot point, you can't be upset about that. We have to, at the end of the day, still be friends.
Yeah.
This goes right back to the post I made about yesterday. So, as I said, I put out videos saying my Star Wars preferences, and I said I prefer, this is my own personal preference, blasters over lightsabers.
What?
And this,
I
this is why.
and
This is
I
why.
actually can't stand that. What are you talking?
Brad, I am canceling you. We cannot. Cannot stream together.
So I'm going to explain this quickly. I have never been a fan of Jedi until most recently. No, and this is why. I've never been a fan. Like, my favorite superheroes were Hawkeye and Winter Soldier, are people that weren't like superheroes. 'Cause I related to them more, I guess you could say. But so I loved characters like Jango Fett and just rebel troopers and stormtroopers and snow troopers and Boba Fett. Like, those people were my bread and butter of Star Wars growing up. Like,
Where?
I didn't collect Jedi. I collected armies and stuff like that. And that was also just like some of my background too. I just love building armies and having little battles and stuff like that.
I relate to the guy in The Mandalorian that was like the jeans guy.
Yeah.
The background of
Okay,
things.
can you return my demo back?
Well, rip Jeans guy because he's no longer in it. They took him out.
They took him out?
They took him
Oh.
out. He's gone.
I
He's
would
in our
try to
hearts.
do
He's
that.
in our hearts and
Yes,
our minds,
he
and
is.
he will
He
never
is.
be forgotten on YouTube, especially because you can go find the scene.
Yeah.
He's still
Yes.
there.
I was waiting for
He's
them to
still
do
there.
something like that. I was not. I'm not gonna lie. I was waiting for that to happen.
Well,
I
a
was
fun
waiting for them
fact
to
about
pull-
that.
Oh.
In one of the, I don't remember which movie it is, but in one of the movies, one of the extra grabs an ice cream maker and goes running through the scene. with
Wilro
it.
Hood.
Yes.
Yes.
Wilro
And
Hood.
So now, in the beginning of Mandalorian, when he opens up and there's all the best car in it, that
Is the same ice
Is-
cream maker.
the same ice cream maker.
If you guys have not watched behind the scenes of Mandalorian, you guys got to go watch it. It was so interesting to
I'll
see
be right
how
back, guys.
Star Wars connected in that universe and stuff like that, and how well they did that. I loved that. Like,
Yeah.
I enjoyed that so much.
Especially from an artistic perspective, I really could appreciate that. And being someone who always has loved behind the scenes commentary and documentaries, and part of the reason why I love Star Wars is that reason, just the artistic
Yeah.
side of it all. I love that documentary. Getting 8 episodes of that, each pretty long. Are you okay? G-rated content.
What? I'll keep
But
the
yeah,
headphones on,
I
no
absolutely
problem.
loved behind the scenes of The Mandalorian. I think they did a really good job of showing us very in depth, but also connected it to Star Wars. So it's like I'm a filmmaker, like I do film work, so I enjoyed seeing the behind the scenes of it and how the different video stuff was done. But I also enjoyed the Star Wars side of it, of Dave Filoni just talking about it. Oh my gosh, it was just beautiful.
After you watch it, you like, I want to get on Star Wars and make them, you know.
Yes.
I should have done this before, but I didn't. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. I was trying to think. That was my only topic about minifigures. Was the beginning thing.
My knee just popped. That didn't feel good.
You're a mess.
Have I been muted this whole time?
No.
No.
I just said in the last 5 seconds.
Yes. Your knee.
Am I muted right now?
Your knee popping. No, you're not muted right now.
You're muted. We can't hear you.
Are you using your microphone on your headset?
Yes, I am. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we've been able to hear you.
Yeah.
I've been muting you through my headset, and I thought, like, well, whatever.
Oh, okay.
Oh, he's muting us now.
No.
I have the same thing. I have the same thing. It's a button right on the back here where I can mute myself.
How about now? Can you hear me?
And then I can turn up and down the volume on it. It's really useful when you're playing Among Us.
What kind of headset you got there, sir?
I don't actually know, but mine's more beautiful. It has a yellow in it.
Parker has a question.
Yes, I just saw that. Any Lego questions? I've been seeing a lot of other questions. I would see if there's any Lego questions out there to answer. Got a question. I need a good way to display my minifigures. Any recommendations? Go to Amazon, and I recommend knockoff brands for this. Okay, and this is why. I usually never recommend knockoff brands for Lego stuff, but when you're displaying minifigures, usually knockoff brands, the dots are a little bit bigger. So, like this case behind me right here, that's knockoff brand.
Studs.
Or Lego tape. That's what I use for a little bit. You know that tape?
Studs. Studs.
I guess I should say tape with studs on it. Yeah.
Yeah. The studs are a little bit wider. So I highly recommend going to like Amazon. I think I found this one for like $20, and usually, they're pretty good. Usually can't get them light up, but I found that one surprisingly. And the you can usually take the top off, and the minifigures just like they stick on the wall. Lego also has some, but they're more expensive, and you can only fit one minifigure to a capsule. So,
yeah, they are a bit spatially inefficient.
If you got like 8 minifigures that you're like they're not going anywhere, get those.
Yes,
yeah,
but you can't get like
all your Star Wars figures.
If I were to do it, I'd probably do like my Marvel figures because it's fewer of them.
Yeah,
I have mostly Star Wars 20th anniversary stuff, and then there's like 2 figures that aren't Star Wars in my case.
Yeah, you can also make your own. I've seen people who do like the CMF displays, which are really cool. They actually build it out of Lego and they hang it on their wall. I have seen multiple TikTok tutorials of it.
Also,
really
buying the gray base plates, the big base plates. I was trying to see if I want to be around. One of my friends, what he did was bought one of those, and then the minifigure. Yes, one of those, Matt.
I beat you, Dad. Don't worry.
No, I think
this is my garage, guys. Don't worry. I made a
garage. Wow.
It has. Look at this. It has I found a little cup in my little thingies.
Oh, that has to be from the Mos Eisley set.
It has to be, right?
So if you get one of those great boards, and then the minifigure like pieces that you can display, like the minifigures come with to display the black pieces, you can push those into the side if you use. I think it's an illegal building technique where you just push the studs.
Oh,
Yeah, you know
it
what I'm
used
talking about.
to not be, but I think Lego changed it.
I think it is not now. But if you
Mhm.
use that, put them into the base plate, and then you just kind of like tape that to the wall or something, it actually works really well. I have a friend who does that. He just kind of like leans it up too against the wall, like so. That is
You can
another way of doing
also use modified bricks with
Yeah,
snot technique to be able to do that as well.
but I love
Yes.
illegal techniques.
it.
Hey, if you can do it,
I'm over here with my
it's not
illegal
illegal.
techniques.
Yeah.
PG, Brad. PG.
That was PG. I don't know what you're talking. Also, I want to say, Zane, you just put out merch, didn't you?
I did just put out merch. Yes, I
Ooh.
did. But I did want to talk to you three about this as well, because I don't know if you guys have any or not.
No.
But so I have my drone business as well, as you guys know. Sorry. Games get intense. Anyways, can you stop for 5 seconds? Love you. Bye.
No.
Okay. So I have merch that I sell for my drone business. But when I started, I would buy like 30 or 40 shirts and hoodies and stuff, and then I would have to try to sell them to recoup the money that I put into it.
Yep.
And it was a huge pain and made me not want to do it anymore, because it depends on how much business I did, and if people spent like a ton of money and I got like $400 or $500, I would just give them one. So, but the way that I found to do it better is this Campfire, I think it's or something like that. The website I use, it's made per order, so I don't have to buy it beforehand. So it's a website. You design it, you put it up there, and as somebody orders it, it makes it and ships it directly to them. So you don't have to be the middle person trying to get addresses and send it to them, and it doesn't cost you anything.
Yeah.
So
Is it Teespring?
Is it what?
Or Teespring? Is that what it's called? Or
No,
what is it?
It's in my bio. I'm trying to remember. It's like Campfire or something like that.
Redbubble does a similar thing where you put merch out, like you put a logo out, and basically you can do stickers, you can do face masks, you can do like, and then people can just pick one of those things and buy it. So yeah, it does. It's very similar, but I'm pretty sure Redbubble is usually used for knockoff merchandise for YouTubers and stuff like that. So,
as a graphic design marketing major, I like to be a bit more professional and have your own stuff. That's just my taste. But for people who are just starting, I think it's fine to do.
Yeah.
I'm the type of person who would sounds dumb, but code my own website, have it all, literally get all the addresses.
Matt,
use
have
the
you ever coded
make
a
an
website?
email list. Yes, I did actually code my own website.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I did through Dreamweaver, Adobe.
Oh, okay. You don't mean actually coding your own website?
Not through actual code. No,
coding a website is the biggest pain in the butt to ever do when you're just coding it. I've done coding for that. I've made coding for just like simple programs. It's not fun.
No, yeah, I know. But the thing is, like, something like Dreamweaver has a lot of extensions through Bootstrap. I know I'm speaking a different language for everybody who's listening, but if you ever want to get into coding, don't ask me.
Yes.
What I'm saying is, though, I would want to have my own website, get their emails, have my own email list. That way you can generate more revenue. There's a lot of strategy as a marketing and graphic designer that I know that not a lot of people want to get into. And if you don't, that's fine. That's why it's for you. That's my opinion. Personally.
Well, it makes sense. I agree with you on that. I just don't have the capabilities of doing that, and I don't have the interest in doing that as well. Like if I was to like collaborate with you or something, hey, let's do it. You can code everything. I'll buy the hoodies. We'll make it.
I'm not coding anything.
Fine. But I'm just saying, I personally would rather just have someone take care of everything, because if you coded it yourself, you would still have to purchase everything beforehand. But I guess with you guys, with being as big as you guys are, I guess you guys would sell merchandise like it's nobody's problem.
No.
No.
I feel like merch is harder to do when you're under like $1 million, or It just depends on your community, honestly.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Well, it's like,
And
okay,
no,
Mr.
Cameron,
Beast-
I do not do merch.
Yeah, so none of us besides I was trying to set up a merch line, but I'm running into some problems. It's really I just gotta design my own logo and then I can do it.
That's what I did. I designed mine this last weekend. Mine's not
Yeah.
very complicated. I don't know if you guys like it or don't like it. I haven't really asked your opinion.
It's basic. I like it. It's it's a good starting logo.
I can't give you my opinion as a graphic designer. It's
I
not
know
gonna
Matt was
matter.
gonna have a serious opinion. So
It's not gonna matter.
The ultimate goal that I want to do is like so the background like have bricks like fall and kind of build up and have my logo and have it be more like that eventually. But just starting out, I just did this just for fun, just mess around during the weekend.
Well, if you need a designer, let me know.
Well, hey, Matt, jump in there, man. Change it up.
Yes, I wanna. I know people have been asking me this for a while. Yes, I'm gonna be selling a 2x4 merch, like kind of like 2x4 logos and stuff like that.
Are you gonna actually sell a piece of wood?
You know what? I was just thinking about
Are
that.
you gonna start a
too,
lumber company?
How fun that would be to get like a brand, a 2x4 brand, and then brand it into wood and sell it. Like
I can do that. I want 10%, and I will make you all the 2x4 brands you want.
Dude,
I have a torch. I have iron. I have wood.
It'd be so much fun to get it. So it's like different types of wood, but it's like when I hit like it's if I ever got to a big amount of like followers or subscribers, do it as a special like giveaway for that. That would be so much fun.
Eventually, I will, but not at this point. We're just not there yet. We're still building. Once I get monetized on YouTube and I start that stream of income, I can put it back into merch and have it flowing. Child,
where'd it go?
I think I accidentally hit a button.
Yeah. This is a logo that. Oh, you can't really see it that well.
It looks good.
I like it.
I built out a Lego and took a picture of it.
Oh, that's actually a fun way of doing it.
That's awesome. See, that's good. Doing it on the Legos.
That's a fun way of doing it.
I'll probably.
So we're getting a question. What do we think about the IKEA versus Lego collab? I think we already have to build the set, so what's the point? Unless they're getting meatballs or who was it? Lego for Ego got some of the sets recently for it.
Oh my god.
Also, speaking of display stuff, go check out her stuff if you're not already following her. She is the queen of display cases.
Do you know where she gets it? I know where she gets it.
Oh, where?
Yeah, I asked her.
I display it. She said I display it.
Okay, but yeah. IKEA versus Lego collab. I don't really have any thoughts on it. I think I've seen a few of the sets and I was just like, okay, it's just Lego. Like, yeah, I don't really have any big thoughts on it. I think we haven't gotten really any new themes yet that like we've been rumored that coming out that I'm like, oh, I'm excited for this. Like, because we haven't seen any pictures from new. We've only gotten like old stuff right now. We're only getting old themes coming back. We haven't heard about any new themes yet, which really kind of disappoints me because I really want a new theme to come out. I think, I don't know. That's personally me. I think we should be getting some new themes. We're about time for a new, either Western, medieval,
Knights?
or pirate theme. Like knights. Like
those are definitely the top three.
What would you rotate out? Because you can
guys
only
are my top three.
You can only have so many themes. So what would you rotate out?
Ooh, the Rebels.
What?
What are you talking about?
What?
I'm just talking. I'm just kidding.
I'm like, what's the Rebel? Like, you mean Star Wars Rebels? Like, I was so confused there for a second.
I think Star Wars and Harry Potter are the top two that are going to stay.
I could rotate anything out of Star Wars. It's whatever Brad likes. The Rogue One figures and the U-Wing and stuff.
Those are already taken out.
Just keep them out.
I think we should be getting rid of all UCS sets.
Oh!
By the way, Ethan made I forgot. I meant to save the picture to my computer to show everyone, but he made a really good build of all of us on the podcast, and I meant to share that.
That was epic.
I love that, guys. I'm sorry, but Laughing Bricks did when he was doing the little skits of us, the little stop motions of us. I freaked out, guys. I'm sorry, but I love that kind of stuff. I love
That's
it.
epic.
Wait, did you finally give Matt something?
Yeah.
Wait, what did you give me?
the rare Lego set from the police officer CMF.
Okay,
So
I'll take it. I'll take it.
There we
See, I
go.
was gonna say you gotta
I didn't
give
know
him
what
the
to
Death
give
Star,
you because I'll show you my Death Star that I built. It wasn't the best.
but I have the Death Star now, so
That's
it's
true.
not
This,
special anymore.
this was my
You're-
Lego Death Star.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
I didn't like it.
For my little room mock that I made, I mean, it's nothing, but that was
That's
mine.
better than mine. Yeah.
I think right now though, if I had to get rid of one theme, I think Minions is still a theme.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm just gonna kick that to the curb.
Why
Also,
was that ever a theme to begin with?
yeah, it
I
does. I
don't-
like Minions.
There was 2 sets that came out with it. One's 20 and one's 50, and one's like the big minion build, and then the other one's like this vehicle sort of type thing.
But it was a lot of pieces though. Like for the price, for $50, it
Yeah,
was like 2,500 pieces or something like that. Like,
Julian has it. That's who it has.
What do
It was
y'all
a
think
bigger-
of the Monkey Kid? That theme. That was a new one.
Strange.
didn't even see
Strange
it.
choice.
I get what they're
Yeah.
trying to do with it, but it's to me, it's another Ninjago. It's another Chimba. It's another what we've been getting.
Yeah.
I want, like, I hate to say this, like, I want newish
New?
old, if that makes sense. Like,
Mhm.
older themes that we sort of had redone come back. Like,
I like
Okay.
that theme because it brought a lot of new pieces to the table.
I do like that though. I
What
do
about
like
this?
that.
What about? So I don't know if you guys like Jurassic Park or anything like that. They have a lot of Jurassic World stuff, but they don't have any Jurassic Park things like the original park, or the original Jeeps, or the original stuff from the first movies. What about that kind of stuff?
Before I say that, I agree with this one, Duke. Get rid
Yeah.
of trolls. There's no need for trolls. But
Yeah.
I think that one's more up to a licensing thing.
Yeah.
There was a lot of
Evil. Very evil.
oh my gosh, sounds like
Wait,
when I play video
wait till you
games.
get married. It's a thing.
What was I gonna say? What was I talking about though? Oh, I think
Trolls.
like the reason we finally got Ghostbusters is because they have licensing. It's all about licensing with themes like that come from movies, and I think that's why we haven't gotten any more of the Jurassic Park stuff.
Well, like your city stuff. Like they have, like NASA. Like I built the Saturn V rocket.
Yep.
The intricacy in that and the build specific things were amazing. I mean, it doesn't have to be a movie. It doesn't have to be anything like
Yeah.
that. The car series, the Lego Technics. I mean, those things are really cool.
I'll be honest. When I was at the store, there was Speed Champions or something like that. And I almost
Yeah.
picked one up. A $10 set, and it's like a cool car. I'm thinking about picking one up later this week.
I am too.
My idea is, I think what Lego is trying to do now as a company is use Lego ideas to have weird and wacky sets come out and to gauge how well they do, and then kind of figure out what they're going to do with production. If I had to pick a new line of sets to be made, I always say too, I always get this question, if I could make any set, what would it be?
Yeah.
Well, new wave of set. I mean, I'm not making fun of the question. It's a good question, but
Yeah.
I get it all the time. It would be Disney theme park sets. So like literally
Galaxy.
they could all attach to like the Tree of Life from Animal Kingdom,
That
and then
kind
you could have a safari ride, you could have Expedition Everest, and it all attaches to it.
Yeah.
Same with all the Disney parks. Or just literally any roller coaster park that you can think of, like just a new roller coaster line or a new theme park line. And
And that
then
would introduce like kind of not a monorail system, but like a monorail,
Yes.
like that would.
Yeah, going
I'm down.
between them all.
Yeah.
yes.
Mhm.
And
That would
then
be
kind of like they
amazing.
did on Lego Masters last
Yes.
season.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, secondly, I know you can't do like too many like war things with historic stuff, but I would love to see a history line,
Yes.
like the signing
Yeah.
of the Declaration of Independence.
Yeah.
It sounds weird, but you could even if you really wanted to go like way back, like do biblical line stuff, like literally a nativity set would be really
Mhm.
cool.
Yes, that would.
Just off
Yeah.
the wall things I
Yeah.
think would be interesting.
Like Egyptian. I always thought Egyptian and like
Yes.
Vikings and stuff like
Yes.
that.
Yes.
Like a
The
Viking
reason-
ship. Like,
I'll be honest, I love the CMF line because we get some really cool, like we've gotten Roman figures. We got a Viking figure right now, which is on the top of my wish list, and I keep trying to pick him up, but can't hold him.
We got one
Uh,
right here.
True. True.
Ah!
I don't know if you guys
Don't you
saw it,
worry
but
about
we
it.
just got shown the new CMF line for next season, and there's gonna be a centaur, and there's gonna be, I think it's like an Aztec-like figure.
Well, I'm coming
So-
from the great land of Scotland.
And I'm excited about that because we get these like kind of historical figures every once in a while, and I think it's great, and they should keep up on that. But I'd love to see a whole theme on it, and that's why everyone should buy Barracuda Bay, because I think if we get more of that set, like those pirates and stuff like that, like I don't know.
The pirates.
But I've been saying
Oh,
history
that's
for a
nice.
long time, and I get that they wouldn't do army builders, but like how fun would it be to like build up a Roman army or Civil War
See,
troops?
I feel like that's different. Well, Civil War, no, they would probably not do that. But
Yeah.
I feel like if you went,
yeah, no.
if you went like Spartans, that would be
Yes.
something they would do
Yeah.
reasonably. A Trojan horse set? Could you imagine that?
Oh my gosh. But it's like the nice thing about the set is that they could put in themes every different sets. Like it wouldn't have to just be, oh, we're only doing Roman sets.
Yes.
It could be, hey, we're doing British soldiers and English stuff. You know, them dealing with some pirates like we used to have back in the day.
Yeah.
Like the French and British troops, I think were that was a theme. Like, oh my gosh, I would love that. That is like kind of my holy grail theme to come out.
Native American. You could have a really cool Native American set.
Like a temple, that would be cool.
Yeah. Or like Inca Empire. Yeah.
Mhm.
Monolith stuff. Ooh. Now
I
we're
agree.
rolling.
Yeah. Like we're getting the Colosseum right now, and I think we
Yes.
should be getting. And I think we talked about Colosseum last time. I don't know if Matt was on that conversation, but we
That's
don't
okay.
care about his opinion. Not
It's a
true.
cool set. It's a cool set,
Yeah.
but it looks like really hard to build. Like so boring. So boring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same
I
thing
talked
over and
about
over.
that. It's
Mhm.
10 pieces all the way through and through because you can take it apart in 4 different sections, which is cool. I mean, it's really neat and really intricate.
Great model.
build, but tan the entire time with every section, every piece would get monotonous, and I
You're gonna hate your life
I
after
would
that.
lose interest.
Yeah.
Even
Tan.
building the Star Destroyer, the Star Destroyer got to a point where I was almost like, are you making fun of me because I'm white? Because I'm not tan?
No,
Is that
no,
what this is?
no. He was talking
I
about
know.
his mind.
I need
Okay.
to hit the beach. I get.
If anybody's white, it's him.
Yeah.
All right.
He's like Casper the Ghost in here.
This is with my lights like off.
He's like, the light bulb.
We make fun of him because we love him, though.
Yeah. That's what I hope.
Wait.
That's what I put in my mind.
That's why you guys do it. I don't know about Brad, but I agree with you. It's a great build, but it's just too monotonous to me. There's 9,000 of those little tiny sand tan pizza wedges, and it doesn't really interest me as much as like the Falcon or the Eiffel Tower or stuff like that. Like
If you were about to say the Star Destroyer, I would have laughed because that's all great.
I keep talking, yeah, because dude, hey, the Star Destroyer, I got to a point where I almost quit. Like, because it was so great. It was like 4:00 in the morning, and I was losing pieces, and I was getting frustrated and trying to like lock 2 flat plates together. I was slamming it down with my hand. I was so mad.
We need
I
to buy you a
almost
little
quit.
hammer.
I have a big hammer, but I don't think it would work. I feel like it
No,
would
you don't.
break.
You don't want to use that.
Brad, what were you saying? We got
Sorry.
derailed. That's okay.
Oh,
That's
yes.
the point of why people listen to us. They love our little tangents, but
True.
as long as we
I mean,
find
it
our
seems-
way back to the path.
Leave
I
it to
hate
Matt
to
to
say
find
this.
us back.
But it seems like someone didn't because they unsubscribed to me. So
Wait, what are we
the
at
rest of
now?
You guys are still here. 97. So
97.
Woo!
We're getting to 100.
they must have not liked one of the discussions we got on. But that is fine. We still have 16 people watching, which is truly amazing. Thank
Oh,
you guys
that's
so
awesome.
much. Like we've had above 10 this whole time, and I'm really truly happy about that.
Epic.
Mhm.
I am trying to get to some of your guys' comments, but you know, we get on these long discussions. If you watch our podcast, it's gonna be our biggest thing is we get on long discussions and we enjoy them to death. So so because we're getting kind of close to the area where I want to wrap up, let's do spoiler warning time for Mandalorian season 2, but also I'm gonna create a banner.
Woo!
Have it pop across the screen.
Woo!
Spoiler!
General
Need the
Kenobi
Star Wars
basic
alarm.
brick.
Yeah.
Star Wars alarm.
Oh.
Spoiler warning for man.
It's tie time.
Oh, we need that. That's on my other phone. Hang on. I'm sorry. Tie time. That would have been cool.
Tie time.
There we go. I'm gonna leave that guy across
Step
the
Bunting
top
tie
there.
time.
Tie time. Can we all wear ties with little TIE fighters on them?
Oh my god. We should make it a segment, guys.
Oh,
We should make it a segment. like at some point when there's about to be spoilers, we all put on our ties, say tie time, we play the sound, and then we go into spoilers.
We
It's
all
a
need to buy the
segment.
new TIE Fighter. That's what we need to do.
We all have to build the TIE Fighter. Matt's against it. We know,
Oh.
Matt. You can get the old one. We'll build the new one.
Okay, I'll get the one from Solo
thing
because it's so
before-
much better.
The one
Quick
thing that kind
things-
of bothers me with that set is they use ball and socket parts in those front, and it reveals like those studs.
Yeah.
And I like how they use like clips because there's clips on the top and then ball and socket parts right there. I don't know why they did that. That bothers me. I don't know why. It shows studs, and that's why.
Yeah.
So quick thing.
There it is.
Episode
Tie
1
time.
is, episode 1 is not public yet. I have to go through and edit it. I can't really go into more detail than that, but there are reasons I had to pull it off the internet. So I will make sure it's edited and that you guys can watch it. And I'm going to do the same thing with this episode. I've been super busy this past week because of Thanksgiving and stuff, so I will make sure I get to that.
Star Wars playing cards.
Also, I was going to say something else.
Yeah.
Yes, I saw something really cool that Zane will like. The new TIE Fighter is scaled to TIE Fighters in the movies with the Millennium Falcon. Because I saw pictures of people putting the new TIE Fighter on top of the UCS Millennium Falcon to kind of have like comparison. I'm pretty sure that's the case. I don't know if it's true or not. But so I think Zane will
I
like
do
that.
appreciate that.
Yes. So yes, spoiler warning for Mandalorian. I think this was episode 5. What's this past week?
Chapter 14. Is that it?
Spoiler.
13.
Spoiler. alert.
Unlucky 13.
13. So if you do not want to be spoiled, I'm gonna say it. You can leave now. No one will be offended here. That's why we leave this to the end, so that you guys don't have to be spoiled, because I know how much this show means to people, and just how I wouldn't want it to be spoiled. I'm gonna give you guys a chance to leave. So I am talking a lot so that people have time to leave.
Everyone left?
Now that they're all gone.
Grogu.
Grogu. I
Wait.
love it. He says Grogu and he goes, huh?
Yeah.
Huh? Grogu. Huh?
So going into this episode, we finally got 2 things that people have been waiting forever for: Mandalorian and Mandalorian, because no one else cares about anything else from this show. Oh yeah, and then this baby and his actual name was revealed, but no one gives a crap about that.
What is? I have like 7 Grogu figures. Thank you. That's gonna take some time getting used to. Guys.
So the first big thing is, what do you guys think of the new name of Grogu for the child?
I think
Anyone?
it's adorable.
Okay.
I think it's absolutely perfect. It's unique. It's cute. To me, I absolutely love Baby Yoda. And for everyone, we knew it wasn't Yoda. We all know that it's not Yoda.
No,
Yeah,
he was a clone. That has the same clone patch
No,
on Dr.
also,
Pershing.
We know
the
he's
same
not
Camino.
Yoda. We know.
Yeah,
Going
so-
to Camino.
Can I say this? I was so excited when Ahsoka brought up Yoda. I was like waiting for it the whole time. I was like in my chair, and then she sounds like,
Oh!
Did you see how he reacted?
The fact that another Jedi Knight, she senses much fear in him, and I know another Jedi Knight that whatever
yes.
she says.
This
He was
episode
talking
was
about
a
Anakin.
gift for everyone who watched all of Star Wars.
Yes. And I just want to say, though, I think it was really cool that we also got a backstory about how he came. Like, there is a murky part, but we got a general backstory of where he comes from. And so it's like, I think I like the name. Doesn't bother me. I know people are like, I'm kind of disappointed with it. I'm just like, what do you expect him to be called?
Like,
Can I
Baby
blow your
Yoda.
mind? Do you want me to blow your mind?
Blow my
Okay.
mind.
Oh,
Do it right
so
now.
Matt, you had a controversy about the new episode. So this is now the controversy of Mandalorian that we've been going into like every week now. Like,
So let me blow your mind first. And there's a few things I want to say, and then we can have controversy time. So
okay, I thought that was the controversy.
sometimes in Star Wars, sometimes they do a weird thing with names where they'll switch around letters and stuff. Who do you think Grogu is, kind of reminds you of? If you switch around the name of maybe George Lucas, Grogu, George Lucas, it's a stretch. But if you play with the letters and mix them around, they're all from that name. And Dave Filoni has always said that George Lucas is the Yoda of Star Wars and Lucasfilm.
So quick question. What I was talking to a Star Wars fan about this earlier this week, and I was trying to remember it. But George Lucas said like it always rhymes, or there's something about like he said
It's like poetry. It always rhymes.
Thank you. I was trying to remember it, and I could not. I was so embarrassed. But yeah,
Oh,
I think that is really cool that they did kind of throw George Lucas, because he is the creator. He is the not the higher power behind of all Star Wars.
He's the mastermind. He is. Yeah.
And now we have him and a character played by Dave Filoni, the two people who kind of like really put a lot of work into Star Wars. So I think it's great. I think it is very much great.
Well, also, if you paid attention closely, did you see how Baby Yoda reacted to hearing Yoda? He was
yes.
sleeping, and then he woke up when
Did
she
he?
said
Okay.
the name.
I
and he
didn't
was
notice
like,
that.
And then she said that he was no longer there or something like that. He had passed on, and he was like all sad.
Yep.
I need to watch that part again now.
I watched it like 3 times because I saw the same thing. I was like, oh, he knows Yoda.
Well, you're paying attention to Ahsoka. It's hard to see everything that's happening and hear it.
One of the comments actually brings up a good point. I don't know how you guys feel about this.
Yeah.
But who was it? Jack said, not gonna lie, I'm pretty disappointed that Rex wasn't by Ahsoka's side.
I don't care. Get him out.
I don't.
Yeah.
No, okay. For the record, I love Rex. I want them to bring back Rex in some fashion. But this is my thing, and I was talking to Matt about this. I've talked to a few people. It's kind of feeling like too much to me. We've gotten Bo-Katan, who I absolutely love that character. We got Boba Fett coming back from the dead. We have Ahsoka finally. We have Admiral Thrawn's name being dropped, which is also something I want to
I've heard some people say season 5 of Rebels. This is it.
Yeah.
No.
Like
I think hopefully it's going to be like more of the Mandalorian, but
yes,
I heard some people say that.
This is not called The Mandalorian and Ahsoka. This is not that show.
Yes.
What you're gonna
so
say,
it's
Brad?
like I'm kind of happy that Rex wasn't there because we've had so many characters come in, and I'm just like I'm fine with that. I'm not gonna lie. I'm fine that we don't have 50,000 characters from the rest of Star Wars, because that's what I loved about season 1. I think we had maybe a couple small characters that connected season 1 with the rest of the Star Wars universe. And I'm fine without us being like Bo-Katan makes sense. Bo-Katan should be in Mandalorian. She is a Mandalorian. I think her story would fit really well in, especially with the dark saber.
She has a connection to the Mandalorian.
True. Ahsoka,
but she's also no longer a Jedi, and people forget that.
Exactly.
People won't leave the past. Leave the past die.
Yeah.
Let the past.
Can I
They
say?
probably haven't seen the Clone Wars.
Can I just say my favorite part of this episode was Ahsoka's butt getting kicked at first when he puts up his arms.
That's not what I thought you were gonna say. That's not what I thought you were gonna say.
I didn't expect it to go in there either. It went so positive. I thought this was about to go way inappropriate. There's children here.
No.
Jeez.
No, I'm saying when Mandalorian is fighting Ahsoka and he's like, that was so because they've always talked about how lightsabers and Beskar, like the reason Beskar armor is, Mandalorians are fighting Jedi. They're like the old nemesis. And it shows you this powerful Mandalorian side of, him taking full blows of lightsabers to his Beskar armor. And my favorite thing, though, was hooking her up around like it's an old Western move with the lasso back in the day.
Well, when you watch Clone Wars, I don't know if you guys remember the episode. I think it was A Friend in Need with Lux Von Perry, when all the Mandalorians tie her up and they're all standing around her and she slices them all. I think that was a callback, and she even looked annoyed in the episode, like she already knew how to get out of it.
Yes.
So good. So well done.
Yes. There are so many connections. And I want to talk, because the big thing that came out in this episode, I'd love to talk about it. What do you guys think about Ahsoka?
Great. I love it.
I love Ahsoka. I do. I like her character. She seems wise. She seems the person who played her character,
Rosario Dawson.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I didn't know her name.
If you don't know where she's from,
no, I was just throwing it out there for everybody.
Yes, I know. But if you don't know where she's from, she played the nurse in Daredevil, Iron Fist. There's a bunch of Netflix Marvel shows, and she plays a character that crosses over all of them. So just
just the way she spoke, like when she was walking by Mando, and he says, "All right, kid," and she goes, Grogu. And she keeps going. Just the way that she did it so subtly. She played it off so well. She didn't seem like she stuttered. She didn't seem like she was having a hard time. She, in my opinion, she really embraced the role.
She has so much of Anakin's sass in this episode. Yes. I'm not going to lie.
She clearly researched the character. And Dave Filoni, props to him for excellent directing. That's not an easy feat to bring a live action character to life.
And for the record, they did a pretty good, in my opinion, her look, I was scared because, for the record, I've seen some awful Ahsoka cosplays. And I think that was actually pretty good. It's kind of weird going transition from Rebels to that, but in my opinion, I'm gonna put this out here. Rebels isn't exactly how all those characters look, because Rebels is for kids shows, so they're not gonna make them look exactly like if you get what I'm saying here, like it's
not going to completely match up. You can't.
Yeah.
From an animated perspective.
Yeah.
Now, a lot of people were upset because of her Leku, her head tails being shortened. And the reason that they did that, I think this was officially put out there, it's the same thing with Bo-Katan's armor.
Yeah.
It's comfortability with action and moving. That's not the controversy of the week, though.
Okay, what's the controversy of the week? I'm sorry, I want to know.
Yeah,
I didn't hear it.
Do you really want to know?
Yes, I really want to know what things people are getting mad about Mandalorian this time.
It's a TV
I think this
show,
goes
guys.
beyond something. I think there's something behind the reason why every single week we get somebody hating on either an actor, an actress, or a plot point, a little costume prop. I don't know. For some reason, people want to hate this show. I think it's because they know we all love it. I'm pretty sure.
It's Star Trek fans.
They hate Rosario Dawson because they claim that she, like Gina Carano, is transphobic. Now, here is the real story of what happened. We have all these once again, thank you, Twitter, for bringing the hate this week. We really appreciate it. But what ended up happening was, in the past, someone had allegations against her family and her for apparently saying something they shouldn't have to her or to him or her. The person themselves was transgender, so I don't know how to exactly refer to them through the pronoun or what pronoun they would want to be used as. So I'm not even going to touch it. Anyways, the individual was upset, and basically they had a lawsuit against Rosario Dawson and her family. Well, the lawyer for this individual who made the allegations, he dropped out of the case, meaning there were no real allegations. There was nothing there. And basically what ended up happening in the long run, I think they said this officially, I don't know, but her mom got into a fight with this person and he didn't like her. They were in some dispute. But now the internet trolls are once again going after a Star Wars actress and hating her, even though she has the same views as them about this issue, which is crazy. This is not asking the person, or at least communicating with them first before you go and make judgment calls and try to take down their career. It's absurd.
Yes. And I'm kind of glad that it wasn't something bigger than that. Like, I hate to say that. It's just like we've had this sort of happen before. So it's the same thing. We're getting someone going after an actor again, actress. It just keeps happening this year with, everyone from Chris Pratt to, and it's happening a lot in Mandalorian. But I don't get it, because we had the second episode, people going after Baby Yoda. There was some other stuff that went down, but yeah. So it's like we're getting all this like.
Well, what's different this time is that the people who are attacking her, some of them are actually Star Wars novel writers, and these are people inside Lucasfilm. So that's the difference this time around.
That's disgusting.
But you need to do your research. If I can do my research and figure out things better than they can, they clearly aren't doing anything. Twitter is a dumpster fire.
That's why I don't use Twitter.
Yeah. No, I have it in my link tree.
Well, I have one, but I don't use it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's stupid. I'm just it's people going after people. We've seen it all the time. Anyone has any sort of platform, people go after them. Let's be honest.
Jealousy.
So back to just getting us back on track here, so I don't cut off.
No.
So this episode was full of some cool stuff. We had the Berserker spear fighting stuff, which was really cool. We had that awesome moment in the beginning with Ahsoka just ripping through people. We have not been able to see, we've seen Ahsoka in season 7 doing that, but live action, we've never really had that much.
I am gonna say this episode is the best one for mock building. Like I can think of like 4 or 5 scenes that I could easily
Yeah.
recreate.
Oh, yeah.
If I had the figures. I don't have. I have the very first.
I
If
need
I
to
had
pick
the
up the
first
AAT now.
Ahsoka.
Just have Ahsoka.
Yeah.
Kaylee.
But also, if you look at her outfit, it does sort of still look like something that she was wearing in season 7. Her outfit, besides the gray cloaks and stuff like that. But Ahsoka looked like it was throwing me off a little bit, the voice and the person. But at the same time, we are getting a little bit of an older Ahsoka, so I don't think I had that much problem with it.
I think she's like 45. I think
Yeah,
that's what
I think
heard.
this by this time it's about that.
50
So.
around there.
Yeah.
Yeah, around there, ish. Which is ironic because Grogu and her are around the same age.
Yeah, that is true. Which I was wondering that if she would recognize him from the Jedi Temple, but I was really interested about that whole story plot there, and I'm really excited to see how that gets further out more. Of was it Yoda who took him out of the temple, or was it someone else or was it
He was
someone
clearly in the wrong hands. He was clearly
Yeah. Well, I don't know if someone took him out and then he got lost along the way, or if it's Moff Gideon or someone around those lines. I'm really excited to see where they go with that plot point there, and I think we're going to get a lot more of that in the next few episodes.
Yeah.
But also, big thing at the end there. What do you guys think about Thrawn? What do you guys think about that?
I think the last episode's gonna be an epic fight.
Oh, I don't think we're going to get Thrawn back yet. I think that's setting up the Rebels show. I think he's going to be the big bad. Which Thrawn is, in my opinion, one of the best villains they've put on screen in Star Wars.
That's why I've
because
said
he's not
no.
a Sith, and he's more calculated than a lot of the Sith. Because
Not
he
more than Darth
doesn't.
Vader. Don't touch my Darth Vader.
He is. But, no. No, look, Darth Vader is a great villain, but if you watch Rebels, you can see that without any Force abilities, without any of that, he really does a good job.
Yeah.
Yeah. That will matter. Honestly, I want to see a live action 8-episode series where they completely explain what happens to Ezra, Ahsoka, Sabine, and Thrawn. Just do it live action, 8 episodes, 1 season. You don't have to draw it out.
Yeah. And for the record,
Just a backstory.
at first I was a little bit upset that they're bringing Thrawn back, and then I realized he didn't actually die in Rebels.
Oh my god! In Star Wars, if you don't actually see them die, apparently they don't ever die.
And if
like
they get
Morgan
and fall in a hole.
Huh?
Like the woman in this episode, the spear woman, Thrawn's person. She wasn't shown dying.
True.
Mm-hmm. Just like Palpatine, so he got thrown down a reactor shaft, but hell, he lived somehow after explosions happened. I don't know.
Darth Maul,
got cut in
Palpatine.
half.
Who else?
Oh! Total side note, ADD moment here. We'll come back, okay? Maul can get cut in half, thrown down a shaft into a trash compactor thingy mabobber, but Emperor Snoke gets cut in half, instantly dead.
They showed an on-screen death.
His hatred.
Oh, his hatred kept it. You're right. Okay,
My
hatred.
Wait, for the record, Maul is in the top. Like, there's 5. Like, there's some really good villains out there.
I like Maul.
Maul is up there. And I think, for the record, if they bring him back for Mandalorian or anything above, I will be mad at Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau. Because he was killed in Rebels, and he was killed. He shouldn't be brought back. I love the character.
They're never going to retcon that. They're not going to retcon that.
They should never bring him back unless it's for stuff that's before Rebels, that episode of Rebels. I don't care if it's stuff before then, like with Solo, and they bring him back. Like, that's a whole different topic. But just, we need characters to die and stay dead for once. Like,
that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Like Han Solo. Maybe it was actually him in episode 9 because he got stabbed and fell down a hole.
Han Solo and Snoke? What?
Well, I saw a thing the other day too about that. So in episode 9, when Solo's the one standing there.
Keep going.
Matt, I'm offended.
There are some videos about Star Wars theories that should not exist. But go ahead. I don't know.
It's not a theory. It's if this happened, what do you think? It's not a theory at all. And so whenever Kylo sees Han, it was what if he saw Anakin, saying, "Hey, Rey is right. I do see the confusion in you. you're not going down the right path. You're not a Sith. Like he sees Luke because Anakin because he's trying to be so much like Darth Vader. That's the person he actually sees that convinces him to go to the light side. That's the video. I mean, there's more to it than that, but that's the gist of it. I actually like that. I thought that would be way cool.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there were so many missed opportunities with the sequel trilogy for me. One of which was just having all of the Jedi be there in the end with Rey when you see her ignite the lightsaber and you see all these other Force glowy people come out of the shadows. They missed that boat.
Yeah,
I still think
there are some cool videos of it though.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, good edits.
I still think that Grievous should have run down and grabbed the lightsaber as he was throwing it into the water. Like we need more of that.
He's just like.
I love those clips where it's like after Order 66, all the lightsaber stuff.
I made a TikTok about that.
I think you did.
I did. I tried to attach as many lightsabers as I could to my Grievous. It was like, hello there. It was like General Kenobi. 12 lightsabers all over him. Not even facing the right direction. That was there.
So back to this episode. Any other things that we want to talk about? Sorry, I keeping us on track.
There's so many things.
Yeah, keep going. This is what we have this segment for.
Okay, listen. People aren't talking about this, and I think it's incredibly obvious. Why does Mando get the spear at the end of the episode? Because he's going to fight Moff Gideon with it.
I thought the same thing. I was on the back of my mind. So yes, it is exactly why. That, or he's gonna like melt it down to make more
Beskar armor.
Beskar armor for.
I saw Grogu. Grogu.
What's his name? Grogu.
I mean, I don't want. I think that'd be the cutest thing ever. But also, like, I get that he needs to keep collecting Beskar. That's like, but I wonder. This is thought. I wonder if the armor is going to come back and she's going to shape the spear into something else, like more his fighting style or like a Mandalorian weapon. I don't know, but I feel like that could be a connection right there. But I agree. It's definitely to fight Moff Gideon, and that's the only that's the reason he's getting it. Also, so there's been a lot of theories now because he says go off and do this thing. Who's it going to be? Is it going to be Luke? Is it going to be Ezra? Is it going to be Cal Kestis?
It's going to be nobody.
It's going to, I agree. I think I agree with you on that. And I think, I don't know. I don't really feel like.
For people who didn't see my TikTok, I made a TikTok about it. I made a TikTok.
Made a TikTok.
And it was literally saying how it's a Star Wars theme. You always choose family over power or abilities. And the people who go after such things are evil.
Yep.
You see it in Palpatine. It's how Vader was brought back to the light side through Luke. That's why I also thought if there is going to be a Jedi that takes Grogu, it would be Luke Skywalker. He's one of the few that are around at this point, and he's starting his own training temple. And if there's anybody going to bring somebody back who's headed towards the dark side, it would be that guy, just as he did his father.
Yeah.
And ironically, he was trained for the same species as Grogu.
Yes.
Yoda, which is a nice reference.
Yeah, and to be honest, the thing is, so my big thing is, do I want the rest of Mandalorian, if it goes into future seasons, to have Baby Yoda or not? And for the record, Grogu, I do want Grogu, but also, I'm trying to remember her TikTok name. But how much can you actually do with Baby Grogu? There is the reason we've had so many side plots, I feel like this season, because it would be a 3-episode arc if you just had him go find, Ahsoka, talk to her, go to the next thing. It's too easy. And I think I do like the duo there. I definitely like that. But I wouldn't mind for half a season where he gets left with someone else to be trained or something like that. And we get some more heavy bounty hunter episodes. Or even,
that would break my heart.
I would love it. And I think I've told you guys about this. A 3-episode arc of them taking back Mandalore with Bo-Katan and those people. And I wouldn't mind them.
Why can't Grogu be there for all of those things, though?
Why can't he just come in and swoop in like the Mudhorn and save Mando's ass again?
I agree with that, but it's also like I would love to see a heavy Mandalorian episode. But I get he's a foundling too, so technically he is.
But I don't think that.
What if? I mean, people have said this before, but this goes with it. What if Grogu is the Mandalorian? The title. Like, the show is called The Mandalorian. What if Grogu is the Mandalorian?
Like he
the
becomes a Mandalorian, like he's a Mandalorian Jedi in the end.
Or
before
he's an
totally
honorary. He's an honorary Mandalorian foundling. Because every single episode has been about that child from the start to the finish. He has never left Mando's side, and if he does, he always comes back. It's always about him. He's the main plot point for the entire show.
Do you think it's more than just banking on the fact that he's cute and adorable? Because I mean, I do think he's adorable, and there's a lot of people that watch the show just because of that.
I think that's fair, but I don't think it. I think the story has pointed to a father-son connection since the beginning. If you look at the symbolic parts of the tale, it all fits together. Go ahead.
I also think that they are trying to show, because they did a really bad job of doing it in the sequels, family isn't about blood. And Mandalorians are all about that. And I think that's a better approach for them, because Mandalorians, you're in guild. It's why I love to refer to, I don't like, people are like, and I prefer referring to stuff as like Mandalorian stuff, because, you're a guild, you're brothers, like you're kind of siblings in the guild. It doesn't matter where you came from, what you are, you're part of that guild no matter what. And if someone asks, pulls guild code on you, you help them. And I think
change my name. General Kenobi.
I was reading. I feel like I've been looking at, I've been having an eye on that the whole time. But I feel like that's a really important theme. It's showing about how family isn't about blood. No, so and I do think, I don't know, I wouldn't mind an episode without the child, not in a bad way, just he gets left somewhere.
I can agree with that. I mean, say it's for his safety, a ton of people are coming for him. He can't protect him and fight all these people. He gives him to someone, and they take off the planet, and Mando's stuck there, just fighting the heck out of everything, trying to beat these people to be able to get back to Grogu and keep him safe. He disappears in the beginning, and the entire episode is Mando trying to defeat these people or get through this to be able to get back to him, because he is his family, and he is a big point in the story.
Brad, what if the Empire steals Grogu and Mando has to go get him back?
Even
that's
better.
The rest
Vader
of it.
Comes back, takes him.
That's exactly what
Vader comes back.
Yeah.
We didn't see him die. He lay there, wheezed out, and you don't know. Someone might have picked him up and gave him new lungs. Who knows?
I hate to say it, but that's exactly what is going to happen. And it's pointing all towards. Ever since episode 3, this has been my theory. Ever since the cloning episode, the next episode are, let's see, what are we on? Episode 5 right now? So it's going to be episode 6 or 7. I think it's going to be episode 7. The child is going to be chaptered, and episode 8 is going to be about him going on, maybe flying with a crew of people again onto the ship that you see, or some planet, to fight the Empire to get back the child.
I can see that. Like you said, the cloning episode, when they're standing there and they see all those black stormtrooper looking things, and he says he needs the blood of the one and stuff like that. To me, that screams Grogu. That just screams that they need him and his blood to be able to do this stuff. And I agree. At some point, they might take him, and that's your big scene right there, because he's been taken. Mando's got to find him, and he fights through the entire movie show without him, but to get to him.
Yeah.
To me, I feel like very well could happen.
I hate to say it, but I think it's gonna be a run down the clock situation. Where he has not run down the clock. There's a time frame. He has to get Grogu before something happens to him that's gonna kill him or something like that. So I hate to say it, but I think that's what's gonna happen. Is that we're gonna have one of those I don't want to say run down the clock situation, but you guys know what I'm talking about, right? It's the time bomb type things.
Yeah.
And so I think it's gonna be a very interesting plot point.
Take the blue one out and plug the red one in. Don't touch them together, type of scenario.
That was so cute.
That episode. I love that. You okay in there? Smoke comes out.
There was one thing I was gonna say about this recent episode, and I'm blanking on it. No. But we had some really good backstory in this episode, I feel like, about Jedi and Grogu, and there was some really good stuff that happened that I feel like some of it got lost, but
In
I
the
think
throne room.
It amazingly, I don't know if you guys watched Avatar: The Last Airbender.
no.
Yeah, hell yeah, I did.
It amazingly reminded that town. I got strong Avatar vibes, like Fire Nation.
That's exactly
operations?
what I got out of it too.
That's what it was. My biggest pet peeve with this episode is Ahsoka throws down the armor plating and he never retrieves it.
He never-
I'm
Never-
sorry, but from
Oh.
a film student standpoint, it is continuity error. He should have picked that up and put it back on his shoulder. That is my personal opinion, but it was
It's a
upsetting.
deleted scene, Brad.
I don't know why, but that scene upset me. That he didn't like. He's fighting all these people. Wouldn't you want your armor piece back there? Like, but I love the Western showdown, and also shotgun blaster. I think that was absolutely like. I love it when they incorporate kind of like modern day weapons into like Star Wars, but and so it's like we get a shotgun laser blast.
Mhm. Remind me of like a Halo shotgun, like from
Yes.
Halo.
I like Halo.
I am gonna say though, I want Mandalorian to get beaten down.
He does every episode. What are you
Yeah.
talking about?
So no, this
You
episode, and I've
kidding
seen it a
me?
lot. He gets into a duel fight with people. He always is so quick to draw, and it shows his skill. But I do want it so that he doesn't always notice the guy coming up behind him and just turns around and
Ahsoka.
just like shoots him in the head. Yes,
Ahsoka.
But I
that's
see what you're
different.
saying,
though.
though.
She came out of
But
nowhere.
I see what Brad's saying though. Mando in the end always wins. But what if it was like an
Mhm.
emotional changing point when Mando's trying to get to Grogu, okay, and he gets beaten so bad that he has to run. Like he can't fight these people
Mhm.
alone, and he has to get help.
I think
the way to tie
That was the
Ahsoka into Ahsoka,
Jawas. That was the Jawas in chapter 2.
They did. That's true. They did. But it was just Jawas like tasing him, and he fell down
True.
and passed out. He didn't get beaten so bad that he gets his helmet knocked off and just
Oh.
lays there as a bloody pulp. Actually, he did that too.
I
Well,
do
that's
want
Moff
to.
Gideon. Yeah, that
Yeah.
did happen.
Yeah.
Like
But no, this episode. Sorry, I don't want to cut you off, Ethan. But this season, we've been having it over and over. It started in episode 3 when he met Bo-Katan, and he's running down a hallway, just eating up laser blast, and he's not like he comes out of that okay. I'm just like, I get it's Beskar, but like,
Beskar.
yeah,
Cool guy Dom. I am building.
One thing I
a
did
star.
notice in
Yeah.
the last episode, not this episode, but the last episode, the Mandalorian gets shot a lot, but the
Yes.
other characters don't get shot. So I think they just want to show off. He gets
So, theory
bulletproof.
He's the
about that.
tank. He's the tank.
yeah. I have a theory, but so I was a goalie. I played soccer growing up, and this relates back to all this. And I used to wear a very bright colored uniform because when people were shooting at me, they would aim for me more or less than the rest of the goal because there's this really bright thing. His armor is very bright. Look at Bo-Katan. Look at the other ones. They have like nice Beskar. I don't actually know if it's full Beskar. I think it's the knockoff Beskar. But
No,
it's not
Beskar.
as okay. Is it? So it's not as bright. It's not as like
Mhm.
shiny as everyone else's. So he's running down a hallway, and that's
Yeah.
what they see.
Yeah.
So that I do think that where a lot of people wear very dark colors in the show, and he's very bright compared to them.
Mhm.
So I do think that, but I do. And
I
a
think
few
you guys are
episodes
very
we've
bright.
had, we have had a few episodes where he's just like eating up bullets, like
Yeah.
like running down hallways.
I just
eating up
don't think he cares as much. I
Mhm.
just
Sure.
think he's used to it by now. And honestly, at times he's kind of a buffoon. He's not
Yeah.
like always the strategist. He's just
He just
quick on
runs
the
in.
draw.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He takes things head on, and I want to see a situation where he doesn't. He can't take things head on. He has to have more
Yes.
strategy. I think that'll come into
Exactly.
play when the Empire captures Grogu.
And
Mhm.
I think one of the things we
Win.
are going to see
Yeah.
in this last episode is there's going to be a lot of characters that we've seen from the show already come back to help him fight again,
Mhm.
like because he's going to need backup. And I feel like Matt said something about this when I was talking about it another time. The X-wing pilots we've seen so far, maybe,
The lot.
like maybe the Marshal, Bo-Katan, people like that. Like, I think
Boba Fett comes in to help him.
I don't.
That is going to be a long game. If that character comes back into play,
He's gonna be second. Sorry, quick thing. I hit 100 subs. Thank you guys so much.
Hey!
Thank you guys so much, Brick Boys. Thank you for being my 100th sub. we went down there for a little bit, but we shot right back up. Thank you guys so much for helping. My goal was to get 100 subs by New Year's and 10,000 on my TikTok by New Year's. So thank you guys for helping me finish that. So
good job, Brad. Congrats, man. You deserve
thank
it.
you. Thank you.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Sorry.
Now we just need 200,000 TikTok followers.
Less than that, actually. I'm getting there. I'm at 8,600 or something. Oh, 200,000. Yeah.
Child.
Why does the child have the most? No.
I think luck has a big part of it.
He had 2 videos, 3 maybe even
Yeah.
that really hit the mark, and I think that you got a lot of people from those.
Yes.
Which is a good thing. You should be proud of yourself.
A month and like 7 days ago, October 19th was when I was at 30,000 followers. October 19th, and it's crazy.
I'm gonna be honest with you. You do some things with your content that I don't think you do it on purpose, which is even better. That people innately are drawn to, or that make them watch the whole video. I don't think you plan it out, or at least it doesn't feel that way, but it seems more natural for you, and I think you've definitely had an advantage.
I agree with it. I feel like, Ethan, your videos are very inviting. When you start the video, you're smiling, you're inviting, you've got Legos. I'm being like, it just seems like you're genuinely trying to show something funny or creative and cool, and it makes people want to say, I do it. I catch myself doing. I'm like, holy crap! I just watched the same video 3 times. Who is it? Oh, it's Ethan's. Great. I just
I'm happy, and I want to spread my happiness with other people.
I'm gonna say though, Ethan, this newest video you posted, the photoshops were just
I know. I did. I kind of wanted that on purpose.
But the reason that it performs so well too, or I think that's going to be a good hit because people want to stick around to see what it is that you're doing now. You hooked people in for that. You're amazing with hooks. I don't know how you do it, or the hook, multiple hooks sometimes.
I don't fish with hooks. I fish with a bow and arrow. Thanks for asking.
It's a good way to do it.
Anyway,
so I think we covered the Mandalorian ground pretty thoroughly this week. I don't think there's anything else.
What are your predictions for next week?
Predictions for next week? I think that might be where we see him get taken by the Empire, because I feel like he's going to get to the top of that hill, and because of the tracking device on his ship.
Yeah.
I think.
Oh, you think we're going to get to Tython next week? I think we're going to get to Tython in like season 3.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I don't see them. That's in the deep core of the Republic from a canonical perspective. Okay. He's got to go past the New Republic to get there, and they're going to tail him. He's not going to make it there from that perspective of the law.
You know what we're going to get? We're going to get our Bounty Hunter episode. We're going to get a fixed set Bounty Hunter episode with maybe the Bounty Hunters from last season, but I think we haven't really gotten a Bounty Hunter episode yet, and so I think that's might be when we get it. I might
like somebody's after the child and him. Is that what you're saying from a Bounty Hunter perspective?
Because so there's different. I feel like there's 3 different stories we get when it comes to Mandalorian. We get the child / Jedi stories. We get the heavy set Bounty Hunter stories, and then we get the Mandalorian stories. So I feel like we've gotten some pretty heavy Mandalorian stories. We've gotten some pretty heavy Jedi ones. I think they haven't touched much on the Bounty Hunter side of it. We sort of got it with the first episode, but I think we're going to get it's a filler episode with Bounty Hunters, and maybe at the end the Empire catches up. But I don't think the Empire is going to catch up till episode 7, because I want to say they're going to do a big cliffhanger again of the child being taken.
Yeah.
At the very end of the season, I think that might be the cliffhanger for until we get to season 3.
There's going to be a big cliffhanger in this one. I feel
like too. Do you think Boba Fett's going to be in this season, or do you think he's going to join in next season?
So it could be episode 6, but I think you're right. I think we're not going to get it until episode 3, season 3. And I think if we might see him again this season, it'll be as part of the big cliffhanger. But I'm not positive.
Here's the thought. What if Boba Fett comes in at the very end, whoops Mando's butt, takes his armor back, and Mando's just left there on a planet alone, and Boba Fett takes his ship and everything. And he's
I
all
don't see that.
alone.
I thought
so
a theory that I have is like like Spider-Man Far From Home, where he loses that first battle and then he comes back, and then that's probably something. Maybe, I don't know. Just thought, kind of like him failing at first and then comes back and even stronger. Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah,
I think when we see Mando again, it's gonna be very interesting how they play him in.
Boba,
because Boba, sorry. There's too
when
many
we see
characters.
Mando again, it will be
maybe next Friday.
Boba, I think Boba's gonna play a very interesting role in when we meet him. I don't think it's gonna be as simple as I'm Boba Fett and I want my armor back. I think there's gonna be a lot of mind games played, or he's gonna like have some grudge against someone. Like, I kind of feel like there's gonna be a grudge there against someone that he's trying to hunt down, and Mando just happens to get in his path.
I think Boba's learned a lot of lessons over his life. I think honestly, we'll be lucky if we see. Yeah, no more jetpacks, no more armor, no more armor. Technology was the reason his father died. Technology was the reason he almost died in the Sarlacc pit. He is against it. I don't even know if he's going to go back to bounty hunting. He looks like he's a friend of the Tusken Raiders. He's got a gaffy stick on his back and a Tusken Raider rifle. I think we're going to see.
He killed Tusken Raiders, but that was my personal thought.
I think he's more of a friend to them. I think he's changed his ways, is what I'm trying to say. And I don't think he's necessarily going to have to be in any more of this series. He could have his own spin-off.
True.
They've been talking about that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I would love to see him turn into this, like, kind of like the wise character. Like, you always have, like, the wise man character.
The wise bounty hunter.
Like, I'd kind of love to see him turn into that character. It's like, when I talk about Mandalorian, I talk about Westerns, because that is what they're based off of.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's, old samurai films. But I think it's going to be like, if you're right, Matt, he's going to be like living with the natives. Like, how like usually you get that one character who's kind of not really went off the rails, but lost so much in life, and then he goes to live a simpler life with the natives.
Yeah.
I think that could be it. And then there's something that prompts him to get out of that. And I don't know if, you might be right, because I thought maybe it might be a grudge thing that he comes back for, but I think you're right. It's not going to be, because of his whole thing in Clone Wars with Mace Windu. I think he learned his lessons about grudges then. But
I agree.
I may be wrong. He could come after Han Solo for all we know, but I don't think that will be the case. Like, I feel like
I just think he's done. I just feel like there's no more to that story yet. At least for Mando, because we would have to go back to Tatooine if we're going to see him again.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen.
No.
But I think there's a lot of characters that we're going to see again in the final. I don't know who yet. I don't know if it's going to be the same characters as Cara Dune and Greef Kargas. I don't know if we're going to get Bo-Katan maybe back to help him out. But I feel like we're going to get characters that we've seen in the show so far in that
Moff Gideon?
Well, yes, Moff Gideon, but I'm saying to help fight Moff Gideon. But for next week's, besides that, I don't know what else we're going to have for episode 6. I just think it's going to be a bounty hunting episode.
I got to say, I don't know if you guys like doing this, but I like the fact that our stud buds is after The Mandalorian, and so it gives us a topic to kind of end the show on.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys like it, but I do. I think
agree.
it's kind of a good catch, I guess, or perk to watching our show.
Yeah.
And then when the show's over, we can just talk about, whatever.
Yeah.
We're going to get into some other Star Wars, find something else to talk about. I'll make you all watch Harry Potter.
We got Bad Batch coming out.
Brad.
Oh, yeah. So we got Bad Batch coming out. We're going to get another... no, I guess that hasn't been confirmed yet. There's... Oh.
We're going to get Lego Masters Season 2 eventually.
True.
Yeah.
I think when that comes out, we'll definitely try to talk about that on the show. We're definitely going to have a TV or movie episode always at the end of it. And that way we can bring in other Star Wars creators on TikTok and stuff like that to the show in
Pop
general.
Culture.
Yes.
Pop culture.
And then we're also going to have a heavy set Lego thing. and sometimes get off topic and sort of talk about stuff that people may not want us to talk about, but we'll talk about it because it's what we want to do. So
the beauty of it. That's the beauty of it. That's what podcast and streaming is.
Exactly. And so I'm going to start winding down this episode here. We've been going for almost 2 hours. Crazy.
It's been fun.
So.
Okay, bye.
I was going to say, how the best way to put this. So next week, the show might be on either his channel. We're still trying to figure that out. We want to do a rotate. I'm teaching them the technology, but we're going to try to rotate through each people's channels so that.
Do you want to decide right now?
I would love to do it. I would really like to do it. I don't know if my Wi-Fi can handle it, and I don't want it to be something that. I don't want to be that guy where.
Matt, do you want to do it next week?
No, you can do it next week.
Oh shit. Okay.
Unless you want me to do it next week, I can figure it out. I just don't know how to do it, and Brad needs to teach me.
It's okay. Go back and jump on it. I'll do next week, and then Matt, you can do the week.
I can sort of co-host each week from now on, just help you guys out with the technology side
until we're capable of juggling it all ourselves.
Yes.
But I like that. I do like that we're gonna rotate through because it's still the Stud Bud show.
Yes.
With multiple platforms of it being on.
I mean, if we did get big enough, we might make a whole channel dedicated just to this, but we're probably not going to do that anytime soon. No, I'm not saying I'm saying we're probably not going to do that anytime soon.
Well, I mean, actually, you know what? Let's think about this. Let's think about it. Bruh. What are those thoughts? But what do you guys think about that, honestly? I mean, we have our platforms for TikTok and Instagram and all that stuff, and enough people know about it that we do come into here to do it.
Yes.
What do you guys think about actually having a page for that? Where people come in just for that?
I think a Discord server would be perfect for Stud Buds.
Wait, Matt.
You know anything about RSS feeds and Spotify and real podcasts and all that stuff?
That I don't.
A little bit.
Okay. Because if we want to take it to that next level where it's basically more focused on audio as much as it is sound, which YouTube is much more both, I suppose, but visual, you need the visual element to it. And some people just like to listen on YouTube. Yes. But I think having our own YouTube channel is a little far off, but having our own like Spotify or iTunes, here is all the Stud Buzz, you can just listen to all the episodes. That might be an idea. Let us know what you guys want to see. Where do you want to see us at? Do you want our own page, or do you think it's cool that we would rotate? It's up to you.
I mean, we could even create an Instagram page just that we can all access, that like people, the four of us, can put info on and pictures and fun stuff. Just like it'll be a little bit collaboration, just tell you guys when new episodes are coming out. We will try to make something more dedicated just to Stud Buds, just so you guys know what's happening in that area, and know what guests we are going to have on. Because we do, again, so that some things you got to look forward to is we have guests, other Lego TikTok creators, maybe even someone. And then on top of that, we're going to also do building challenges with each other.
See, and that's the thing right there. The building challenges that you're talking about, that would be a YouTube.
Yes, that would be having YouTube side.
And you know what, Matt, I've never thought about it until you just brought it up. But doing the podcast thing of it, I think that's actually kind of a killer idea.
Yes, I agree.
We could do both. Like I don't know. Is there a way to do?
Yes.
Have it a podcast and this, so we take the audio.
You can do it all. You can do it all. You just have to attach it to the RSS feed. There's a lot of stuff to do, but I could let you know. I think a Discord server would be perfect. The only problem is that Matt isn't active on Discord. Yeah, I know. I have an amazing Discord community. Let me tell you, they are the best.
Yeah.
And they self-govern themselves, and I am so thankful for that. Every once in a while, they'll ask me for advice or my opinion, and I give it to them. But it's really what you guys make it, and that's why I like Discord community. I don't need to like legislate over everybody.
Yes. Yeah, I love my Discord.
I hop on there once in a while just to have fun with people, but
I do that too. My thing with the Discord stuff, this is gonna sound mean. I'm not trying to hate on Discord, but it just goes and goes and goes and goes, and I miss so much stuff that people talk about. And I miss a lot of things that are going on. Where if we were to do a podcast and people were to comment on that podcast, you can see it.
The Discord more would be just for people to be able to like get new information. We're doing stuff and like just
and that's
kind of
fine. That's fine. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm more than open to that. But I mean, if
Yeah.
we were to try to make a show on the Discord
Oh,
and stuff like that, I don't think that would work out as well, in my opinion. But
let's put it this way. We need to, I think, have not a better vision. I think we have a good vision of like what content we want to produce, and then the platform fuel that. Not try to figure out where we want it, and then try to adapt it for that platform.
See where this goes.
If you guys want to put in suggestions, we will try to make something so you guys can do that. Let us know what you guys like about the podcast, what you guys haven't liked, things you want us to talk more about. I do know we're supposed to be more Lego specific and don't talk about Lego a lot, actually, but we always do. We sort of do.
Political rants.
It's always the first thing we talk about.
Yes. But we always love talking about Mandalorian, and we're all big Star Wars fans. I definitely am going to try to talk to some Star Wars creators too to get them on here because I want to know their I want to have a lot of spice. The four of us are very
spicy.
Ooh, spicy.
we all
spicy.
We all are very similar kind of I don't want to say background. We have very similar thoughts on stuff. Not very, but like
our personalities are really good together.
Yes. So we need to throw in the wild card in once in a while.
Yeah.
And make fun of someone new.
No, I was already here, guys. I
thought I was the wild card.
My wife.
Little did he know.
Your background is the wild card.
Dom, you're right. I am a very busy man. You're right.
I'm sponsored by Bungie.
I don't think that's true. Lies to see.
I'm just kidding. I'm not.
Well, doesn't Bungie no longer own it? Isn't it like 343?
343 owns Halo. Bungie owns Destiny.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
They sold the rights to Halo to 343.
For some reason, I thought that was Halo. I don't know why.
It's Destiny, bro.
It's a bow and arrow.
I don't care.
I don't game.
Like Halo. Matt. It's a bow and arrow. Sheesh, go out and hunt every now and again, why don't you?
I know, right? But yeah, so
yes?
This has been really great.
Wait, what was you gonna say? Now I'm wondering.
Wait, Zane. Oh yeah, what were you gonna say?
Okay, guys, this is kind of some depressing news. I just wanted to share it with you. But December 12th,
no.
I won't be here.
You won't?
I will be in South Dakota pheasant hunting.
We might have to take a small break over Christmas. I definitely know that I'm going to be busy a lot over Christmas. But I'm definitely going to try to set up. Maybe we could pre-record some stuff. Like we just don't do a live stream. We just record a couple of things prior, and then we can release some episodes during that time. I definitely know that we're all going to try our best to put out as much content over Christmas, but it gets hard with family and stuff. And I'm about to have a house full of people that I'm not going to be able to record around. So, but I should be getting some Lego hauls over Christmas. So I'll do videos about that. So yes, we're going to try to do some stuff. Thank you for everyone who subscribed to me today. Thank you to everyone who came out. We had 20 people. I think even more than that, max. That was absolutely amazing. I do know that there was a topic that some people weren't very happy about us getting on, but look, we're going to talk about Lego. If that brings us into other realms of talk, that's us. So, yes. You beautiful man in the front.
You guys are all awesome.
I love
you too.
Guys, stay positive. We get crazy. We get sideways sometimes. But at the end of this, we all love each other. We love the community. We love Legos. We are full of positivity and happiness. We get it off our chest. We vent it. But it just helps us stay positive.
Yes. Yes. And that is our main goal out of all this. So yeah, thank you guys so much for everything today. Thank you to everyone who was able to come out on the podcast today. And we hope to see you guys next week. We will let you guys know when we have more information. It's always last minute thing. For when
we're going to be honest with you. We never plan ahead.
No.
Never. All this is random as we go, guys.
Yep.
I think that's the best part.
Exactly. So, thank you to all. And actually, that would be a fun thing to do. We'll make an Instagram. I'll actually try to set that up this week. Let you guys know. And then we'll have a contest of making the people on the panel.
I don't have those kind of minifigures.
I'm just saying it would be fun. It would be. I would love to see what people do if they would do a contest to make kind of like
make a brick built. I want a life-size me in Lego.
I think it would actually be a lot of fun to do a kind of a mock contest, but
Do a
like,
mosaic.
ooh, that's true. Do a sort of mock contest for this. So it's like make a podcast room for us, or kind of make something to do with the podcast. So we'll try to get something out about that later. So thank you all for coming out.
Yeah.
Thank you all. I don't know where else I'm going for this. We'll let you guys know on the next thing. And guys, don't forget to break up to the next level. Peace out and have a good night, all.
Peace out.
Love you guys. Take care.
Yes, take care.